What's good, my people? Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Mad Gamer here, dropping a amazing one-on-one build that I've been tweaking a lot and mastering a bunch of different versions. I have a bunch of them, and this is the best one that I've gotten so far. The reason I know this one is because pro players have been using the builds I've been recommending that I gave to you guys on the channel for the power forward position, the lockdown position, the point guard position. Those are the three that I've been specializing in this year. And I made one that I know is going to be viable. And I'm going to explain why. But I want to kind of just let you see some of the footage of my 6'8". I got a 6'8" all around build that can do contact dunks, can shoot well, dribble okay. I mean, the dribble's amazing, but it has a low dribble compared to like top point guards. But that build is amazing. 6'8s are great this year. Then I made a 6'6 point guard. It's really supposed to be a lockdown, but I turned it into a point guard with manipulating cap breaker system. And then I have my 6'2, which is the professional. And I have all the versions for the professional. Like if you want to play high level players with the pro-am team or something. Then I have the fun versions, which is the ones I've been making for myself. And learning all of this, sharing all this information with the leagues and the discords allowed me to gather enough information to understand what is working, what is best, what is not. So let's get into this build. Again, this is strictly for the ones. I don't recommend anybody make this. If it's the only build you're ever going to make, I would not make this. I already have 3 maxed out builds that I enjoy, and this would be strictly for the one-on-ones. I actually don't even need it, to be honest with you. But I just was like, you know what? Maybe there'll come a day where I just want to be the number one ones player and get the statue outside. That's the goal. So that's why I made this. And I said, you know what? I'll keep it in the bank for later. And this is a lot of good details that I'm going to share and get into. All right. So without further ado, leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you're rocking with me. You know what it is. Check it out. So this is going to be a 6'9". I know you're probably like, damn, bro, I can't dribble on a 6'9". Man, I can't do anything. Well, guess what? All you need is a 75 speed with ball, and you unlock the best animations. I already have videos about that for bigger guards, 6'8", you know, and I just put him at 6'9" because he's going to be able to guard the point guard and the center. Like, that's how lethal this build can be. Go ahead and break it down. This is very, very particular. And I know a lot of casuals will tell you, man, I don't know about that. I don't like that. I want to tweak that. And that's usually people who don't know what the heck they're talking about. But they watch a lot of videos, or they go on social media and they listen to others and they think that they have the answer when they haven't done the homework. Can't talk unless you know. But I want to kind of get into it. I'm not going to go into the builder specifically. I'm just going to show you guys the details. So the thing with this build, and the reason why it's toxic, is because when you make a small forward, specifically at this height, at this weight, with this wingspan, you get an 89. Okay. And you might think, why do you need an 89 interior? And why do you need a 94 lock? Why do you need a 85 vertical? Well, when I use 5 cap breakers on my block, it's going to go up to a 99. And what happens is I'm going to be the most scariest human in society. I will swat anything within 10 feet of me. Not 5 feet, not 2 feet, but 10 feet. We already made this build for the Pro-Am players. They've been blocking like crazy at this height. They're blocking 7-4s. They're contesting 7-4s very well. A 99 block is kind of crazy this year. You don't need it, but it does help you launch towards people faster, jump higher with the vertical. And so this is the glitchiest part of the build. And this is why it's a one-on-one build. You're going to be able to chase someone down, block them. You're going to have a hard time just scoring around you, no matter what. Now, the catch is, this is not a slow build. It has a 84 agility, and it has 81 speed. On the ones court, you're not playing full court. You're mostly going to be going laterally. So your agility is one of the most essential things to have in the game. This is literally like one of the most important things on the one-on-one build. Remember, this is all for one-on-one. You can use the version of this, which I have it on the channel, as a lockdown hybrid power forward. But there's a different version than this. This is strictly for ones. But as you can see right here, this is what you get. And you're going to get a lot of defensive badges. When you put up your steals, you're going to have interceptor on gold glove. Remember, you're going to have max plus ones and twos on your specialization to make this even deadlier defensively. Then for perimeter, I know we will probably want higher. Well, guess what? This is important. You're going to use 2 cap breakers to 92. 92 is the best threshold for perimeter defense. We did all the tests, all the homework. And basically, it's going to give you all the badges you need to contest, to get challenger and all the other defensive badges at the highest level, like on-ball menace and all of that good stuff. You're going to have it at the highest level. This is very important because it's a one-on-one. You want to be able to have the challenger, on-ball menace at the maximum. Okay, so this is going to be provided that for you. That's the defense. Okay, again, the physicals all work for offense and defense. These are very important. But yeah, you got all that and you're good to go. Okay, this is where the build is going to get glitchy on the offense. Okay, and we're going to talk about the offense now. It doesn't look like much, but if you watch my channel, I have a build, 2 builds, a 6'8" and a 6'6", with a 75 speed with ball. And it looks like I'm a point guard. It looks like I can dribble fast. And you watch me, you're like, damn, he's pretty good with the dribbles. I don't have a real point guard. I just made my 6'2" 2 days ago, this weekend. So it is 100% necessary to have 75. And if you watch all the clips I have, I'd be cooking up with literally a 75 speed with ball. And you watch me break some of these guys' ankles on these videos, I literally have a 75 speed with ball. Okay, and all the little juking, all the ankle breaking moves, everything that you see on my highlights this 2K has been on a 75, besides my 6'2" that I just made like 2 days ago. So you're watching all of that. So this 6'9" that I just put up has that as well. Okay, and you're good to go. Okay, so a lot of people who are like unconfident will need, oh, I need it higher, I gotta have everything higher. They're very casual mindsets. You don't want to fall into that trap. You got to know what you can do with what you have. Don't try to overextend and waste attributes, and you can kill a full build. Another thing with dribbling, as you can see right here, I can get it up to 70, and it's gonna unlock a lot of good animations. Pretty much a lot of the animations that I need. Okay, I don't need many animations. Normal behind the back is very explosive. I even have Jimmy. I have some guys in here that we can use. My step back Vince Carter is crazy at 70. All right, and you can keep going down the list. You're going to be doing just fine. You know, I use the Kevin Durant hesitation on those builds that you just saw on the channel, and we're good with that. Okay, there's plenty of ways to go about this, but it's up to you. You know, have fun with it. Guess what? It also goes up to an 80 with 2 cap breakers. So right now we put 2 cap breakers on perimeter, 2 cap breakers on ball handle, and then 5 on blocks. Okay, so that's 9. And I have 14 coming to me. I already have, 4 already, and I'm gonna have another 10 by the end of the month, by the next month in October. So there goes that. Remember, this is a once build, so rebounds, passing, and free throw is unnecessary, so we're not going to talk about it. This is what we are going to talk about, because I feel like the unconfident people in a 2K that is the easiest 2K to shoot in the world's history, an 80 is all you need. I have an 80 on my lockdown, and I cook up with it perfectly fine. And if you want to see my lockdown for a second, I played point guard with this thing, and I'm not even a point guard. And so this is a 75 speed with ball. This is a 83 pointer. Just watch it, right? Cooking up dribbles, step back, shoot, right? At 83 pointer. I don't have 90s on this lockdown that you're watching. Breaking ankles, all right? I'm going crazy, right? The lockdown don't even have high dunks either, right? If you go on my channel, you'll see it. If you watch the live streams, you'll see this build. But yeah, so it's insane. All right, you're capable of doing very good this year with shooting. Don't listen to the casual-minded people who don't know better. They just gonna lead you wrong. That being said, an 80 gives you Scottie Pippen animation. It's the specific animation, the only animation that you need for a jumper, Scottie Pippen. I'm not gonna go and look for it in here. It's in here, I promise you. Go all the way to P. It's gonna be the main one that you put on because it's the smoothest for this playstyle. So there you go. Okay, if you're a smart player, you know how to get open with your dribbles, you're gonna be fine. Right? That's that. Good to go. Then mid ranges, you're gonna be able to hit the standstills when you're wide open. 70. Okay. It's proven. I already have my proof. I've literally done it, and there's players doing it in professional level. Now, I want to talk about stand and dunk very quick to help you guys get your mind right on this for those casual folks that are watching right now. I am live streaming. You should definitely come over to my live streams and watch these recordings happen. But in this situation, right? Rise up, by the way, go and put up my vertical so you can see rise up, go higher. So rise up goes up to silver. Right? You're 6'9". If you anybody shorter than you, just so you guys know, if you have rise up on bronze and you have someone shorter than you, you most likely could dunk on them. And if you have it on silver, you're gonna dunk on people your same height. And then if you get it on gold, you really can go crazy. And then I know how to drop step on a point guard. And I promise you, my lockdown, who's 6'6", drop steps, and dunks on people. 6'8" drops steps and dunks on people. This right here is necessary for this type of one-on-one because there are times you're going to be under the rim. They're going to stop you and you have to be able to get a dunk. Okay. If I wasted all my attributes on layups, it's a waste for ones because I'm trying to dunk on people. The logic here is you want to be able to get standing dunks. It's going to be when you're under the rim, you get a rebound. Not a rebound, or like a steal or a block. You actually have to score. They're not going to reset the play. Sometimes they let the play keep going. So on top of that, if they bump you when you go to the rim with a hop jumper, and it's something that I got a video about, hop jumpers and hop steps, you are going to be able to use that and then go into a dunk, standing dunk all the time. So it's going to trigger. It's going to be amazing. Then you're going to wonder, why do I have an 80 driving dunk? Don't worry, because the cap breakers bring that up to a 92. Okay. This would be the last cap breakers that you use on this build. And it's going to have, you don't need a 92, to be honest with you. You should just have it at an 89. If you want to get crazy, put it on a 92. And now you're cooking. And the build is unstoppable. There's not another one-on-one build that's better. At this point today, on September 23rd, I've basically also shared this build with a lot of people, and all their one-on-one builds are like 6'8s that hardly have the defense that this has, can hardly have the dribbles, shooting, finishing, overall setup the way this does. Everybody has very low standards and not very good defense. They'll put up blocks, but they'll have low steals and low perimeter, something like that, or low interior. This build can guard the 1 through the 5. The only reason I know it can guard the 1 through the 5 is because top players are playing it with some of these stats on the league. Basically the same stats. So they're able to shut down the point guards, switch to the centers and guard them. Now they have better rebounds and better strength as far as a little bit better than this. And then same stuff. They don't have all this finishing. I use all that because I took off the free throws, passing, and rebounds. So I got extra attributes to play with. But this is outrageous. And I promise you, like I said, if you're watching my other builds, whether it's 6'6" or the 6'8", the 6'8" has a 78 block. It has 89 dunk, which you just seen all the dunks I was doing in this game here, coming from an 89. 75. This is everything that I have on this build, by the way. A 75 feet with ball. Okay? It has a higher 3 for this build, the 6'8". That's not a big deal because I can show you guys the lockdown, which we saw earlier, that can shoot easily with an 80. Pops off. Okay, and this is before I had my badges. This was day 1 when I made the lockdown. Everything that you're seeing. It's pretty much similar in a lot of ways outside of the different defensive stats. So this is why I'm making this for my ones build. If this is strictly for somebody who just wants to go into the ones, be a dog, I don't recommend anybody making a ones build. I'll be honest, I don't even know why I'm recording this video, because I feel like you should make an all-around build that you can pass, you can shoot, you can do free throws, you can contribute to the team. Because if you don't make that first build to enjoy with others, then you're just making a ones build. You're like, you know what, I'm an offline player. It's like you're only playing with yourself. You don't have no pass, you don't have no free throws, you don't have contributing factors. Okay, so that's a problem. But I do want to kind of share, and we're going to go switch out similar version of this. The version, I think this is the professional one. But the professional version for pro players, if you're looking to compete and play at a high level, if you want a team to pick you up, this is the same stats, more or less, as you can see. Almost the same stats, but better rebounding, better passing, and a little better free throw. And you actually can max +1 to those to get them even higher a little bit. And you don't need standing dunk too much. You don't need driving dunk too much. You're basically, the truth is, if you're playing competitively, you're standing in the corner, you're going to cut and do a standing dunk with a 45 standing dunk. And then the only time you're driving dunk is if you steal the ball and you're just going on a fast break, dunk it. Pretty much the only 2 times you use it. You don't need anything crazy for that. This is where like the casual mind doesn't realize that. You got to have a 94, 92 3-pointer, man. If you're not going to shoot well. No, this is the easiest shooting year in 2K history. I'm doing fades, hop jumpers. I'm doing all types of craziness out there with low 3-pointers. There's no need for that. And you're good to go. Now, this is the competitive version, so I don't want anyone to go and make this unless the reason you wouldn't make this is if you do want a one-on-one build, you want to be selfish and not be a good all-around player, then you can do that. If you're trying to ball out, this is the build to go with. All right. And I'm just going to go into the dunks very quickly and help you guys see something. So right here, this guy has one of the most fastest dunks in the game. He's bam, you're on a fast break. You're going to one-hand dunk it or two-hand dunk it. And if you're in the corner, you can do the two-hand dunk that he has very fast like that, like super fast, unblockable. Plus you have Manu Ginobili, have CJ McCollum's. They're all very fast. Even Klay Thompson's are super fast. And the standing dunks, the only one you need is two-handed. You're going to two-hand dunk all of it. And you just do that as you cut to the basket. That's all you really need. A lot of people worry about dunks and all this extra stuff. For example, shooting, as long as you're standing still, you're going to have a very high three-pointer. Set shot specialist is going to be on Hall of Fame with the max +2. I'm not going to break this video down because I already have it on the channel. I want to kind of re-show it to help the people who don't know better, not understanding what is necessary. It's kind of crazy, amazing build. Yeah, that's the rundown on builds for today, the one-on-one build. It's going to be a fun time to kind of go out there and cook up. There's different versions of builds. If you're making your first build, don't make a one-on-one one. Make a well-rounded one for so that you can play in the park, you can play on every mode. Then later on in the year, you can come back to the video and use it for your liking. Appreciate y'all, people who love these deep dive breakdowns to get you really understanding why this works and why this doesn't work. Again, all of my information is not just me thinking I know better than anybody. I literally, talk with the leagues, talk with the players, talk with creators, and just share all this stuff in group chats and say, hey, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I found. This is what I'm liking. What do y'all think? What would you do? Then see where their thoughts are. And if it's reasonable, we work on it. Not, we just keep it pushing. And just like you guys, they'll say, no, man, that needs a 93 three-pointer. Somebody like Cloudy Chip TV in the comments right now. And it's like, no, actually, a lockdown, power forward does not need a 93 three-pointer. No, that's for the shooting guard. That's for the point guards and stuff like that. They want to have very high three. They need it. They gotta have spot ups. Is your job is to lock in, but you can make those anyways. Have fun with it. That's what it's all about. But I appreciate y'all time, y'all energy, man. Y'all take care of yourself for there. And this video, is gonna be dropped a little later. I have a bunch of stuff uploaded already that I haven't published, so we gotta probably do 2 a days starting this week. Appreciate y'all time, man. Go check out the next one. A bunch of cool stuff, deep dives into the game with some guides. Peace.